Hello everybody, it's Dan with The Maximum You, and I'm here to talk to you about my own personal philosophy on eating post-surgery. For those of you who have seen my videos before, I used to weigh 500 pounds, and I used to be able to put down a whole large pizza in one sitting, and yeah, so that's how I got to be 500 pounds. Um, Now, after the surgery, the gastric sleeve surgery, by the way, I apologize. In my previous video, I kept on saying gastric bypass, gastric bypass. What I had was actually the sleeve gastrectomy, or gastric sleeve is what they call it. It's kind of new here in the United States. They haven't been doing it for very long. They've been doing it in Europe and Latin America for a little while, but they just recently made it its own surgical alternative here in the United States. But be that as it may, this video is called The Rule of One. Some of the things I used to be able to eat, I used to be able to eat 5 or 6 of these small cheeseburgers from McDonald's. I used to be able to eat, 4 large tacos from a Mexican restaurant. I used to be able to eat a whole pizza, and that's how I got to be at 1.500 pounds. After the surgery, I found that I could still eat some of the things I liked, but the quantity was just a lot less. I came up with before the surgery, I came up with something. I was like, I gotta, I'm gonna want to eat some of the things that I used to eat, but I gotta figure out what's the stopping point. Now, I called it the rule of one. Real simple, the rule of one. Whatever it is you used to eat before, just one. You know what I mean? So, like, say for instance, if you eat fast food, and I don't recommend you go, continue eating fast food. I always say stay away from fast food if you can. Stay away from soda water if you can. Stay away from candy, because that's just sugar, that's just raw sugar and just fat and calories and just all sorts of yuck. Try and stay away from it if you can. Try and prepare your own meals as best you can. But if you're gonna eat what you used to eat, follow the rule of one. That works for me. I've lost 225 pounds. I'm 275. I'm in excellent health. I exercise. I exercise, regularly 5 days a week. I, lift weights and jump on the treadmill, and and I'm able body. I mean, I'm living my life. But you got to temper. See, the surgery isn't going to technically cure you. You're going to have to adjust your mind and adjust your life habits. It forces you to. In fact, it forces you to adjust your life habits so that you won't gain the weight back. Now, my personal philosophy, like I said, is called the rule of one. That, I like to eat a taco every now and then. I like to eat a burger every now and then, or a slice of pizza, but that's it. I used to be able to eat a whole pizza, or a whole bag of burgers, or a whole taco, or whatever. Can't do that anymore. But, if you need, just eat one taco. That's it. That's about all I can eat anymore. One taco. Or one sandwich. Or I can eat one slice of pizza. That's all. That's it. Just one. Or if I go through the 99-cent menu and stuff like that, I can eat one small cheeseburger or one small hamburger from McDonald's. And so it's my, even if you are going to eat junk food, your capacity is so limited to do so that you're not going to be able to stuff your face like you used to. And even so, I only eat these things, if at all, on my days off when I'm not exercising. On my days off from work, my days off from the gym. If me and my friends want to go out, I'll get the small burger, or I'll get the small slice of pizza, or the small, one taco, one slice of pizza, or one little burger, and that's it. That's all I can fit. That's it. I used to be able to put down a lot of food. Let me tell you. And in fact, now that I'm here, let me show you exactly what I used to look like when I was at my heaviest. Some of you have seen, what I look like. Let's see what we got here. Pardon me whilst I click on the, forgive the yeah, that was me. And these pictures are legit. They have not been altered or anything like that. That was me right before I, went to Mexico to get the surgery done, I may be smiling, but I wasn't a happy camper there, let me tell you that right now. And here, let me get you another one here. And you guys have seen this one. This is a picture of me in my previous videos. I still have those pants in that shirt somewhere. I saved them just for posterity's sake. That's a 6X shirt, and those are 6X pants. Just imagine that, man. 6X. And that And now I wear 2X stuff, 2X pants, 2X shirts, 2X underwear, everything's 2X, and that's the kind of size. You can't buy 6X stuff in the normal store. You have to go to the big and tall store. But 2X, you can definitely buy that at the normal store. I can sit in a normal chair now. I can move around. I can, walk long distances. I walk, a mile and a half, sometimes 2 miles at the gym every day. Couldn't have done that. Not in a million years at 500 pounds. So let me get this last picture. Yeah, there's me from the side. That's how big I was. I was, right around 500 pounds, give or take a few pounds. And, I used to be able to put down the whole bag of food, just like a whole bucket of chicken, a whole pizza, go to Taco Bell, put down multiple burritos, and here's what I look like now. Well, you've obviously seen me on camera, that's what I look like now. Dramatic improvement. And my health has also improved, just to where I'm in this perfect health, you know what I mean? And that's me right there, And it's nice to walk into a social situation and nobody knows that you were ever that heavy, or nobody knows. But what's really, really fulfilling is when you see somebody like a friend or somebody that you know that you have not seen for a while, and they remember you when you were heavy, and they take a look at you and they don't recognize you at first. That's happened to me quite a few times. And they don't recognize you at first. I'm like, hey, Dan, it's Dan. And they're like, and their eyes just get, wide as saucers, look like they've seen a ghost. And, and they just freak out. That's probably the best feeling right there. That, and, going to buy new clothes, nice, new, stylish clothes and stuff like that. That's good too. Being able to actually adopt some style into your wardrobe or whatever like that. That's really good. Really great feeling. And you can maintain your weight loss by following a fairly strict diet on a normal everyday basis. And on your days off, like say if you go out to party or you go out to hang out with some friends, you can have that cheeseburger. You can go with them to the fast food, and you don't have to exclude yourself. You just got to remember the rule of one. The rule of one. One, you stick to the 99-cent menu on if you go through fast food. If you go to the pizza parlor, have one slice of pizza, and you're not going to want any more because you're going to be so freaking full. And when you're eating tasty stuff like this, like I'm talking to, like the tacos or the burgers or whatever like that, take small bites, chew as much as you can, chew it into a paste, and get as much flavor out of it as you can. That will also help satisfy your cravings. When you start to feel like you're full, and chew it and eat slow, and when you start to feel like you're full, you'll start to burp a little bit. You get these little burps and stuff like that. Pay attention to what your body's telling you, because that means you're full or you're getting full. And just remember the rule of one. That's what I do. Now for people with gastric bypasses, full-on gastric bypass where their intestinal tract has been rerouted and reattached, I do not recommend fast food at all. At all. But for people who have had the gastric sleeve, such as myself, you can still pretty much eat normally. For the first 6 months, you got to watch it, though. You got to watch what you eat because your stomach is actually still healing. But after that, you can, have a cold beer. You could eat one taco. You can eat a burger, one burger, or one slice of pizza. You can begin to, you can do the things that you normally do. Just don't do it to excess. You can't do it to excess, And I'll be honest with you, what keeps me in check is nothing is more frightening to me than possibly damaging the surgery area or damaging the staples or anything like that because I ate too much. That is frightening, and that keeps me mentally, that keeps me in check. So, like I said, you got to do a lot of mental preparation before and after. Immediately after the surgery, for about a month, I was eating nothing but liquid diets. I was drinking the Slim Fast and eating the consomme soup, and just small, tiny little bits of food and stuff like that. A relative of mine bought me a little sippy cup to drink out of because that's all I could take in and stuff like that. Drank a lot of Gatorade and water, but you really got to pay attention. You got to be careful, and you got to be prepared. I mean, after a while, after about a year, you can kind of get back to normal in that what you eat. I don't recommend, like I said, eating fast food at all if you've had a gastric bypass. But if you've had a gastric sleeve, you don't have to exclude yourself from the party. You know what I mean? You can do what you need to do. Live your life. That's just me. A lot of people probably watch this video and they're like, oh my God, no, I don't. Don't follow this guy's advice. But the truth to be told, you can live a normal life. So that's just what I'm saying. That's how I live my life, and I'm 275, and cholesterol's normal, blood sugar's normal. Blood pressure normal. My resting heartbeat is about 70 beats a minute. My exercise, my working heartbeat is about 100, 125. Depending on how fast I'm going on that treadmill. And with the grace of God, I'm going to live to be 75 or 80 years old. Whereas my chances of getting to 40 were pretty slim. So at any rate, it's really wonderful. Let me show you some other pictures. It's really wonderful to have done all this and to all these experiences. These seeing your friends freak out at seeing you. Buying the new clothes. Feeling good, going to get your physical and knowing that you're healthy and normal, and it's just really, really wonderful. It really is, and I highly recommend if you're in bad health because of your weight, or if you're here's a picture of me enjoying an adult beverage here. That's me, and if you're having health problems because you're obese and you need to I highly recommend that you take the leap and begin to live a normal life. You can have a normal life. You can be the maximum you. You just got to choose it. You just got to choose it. So at any rate, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for your time, and God bless you.